Hey everybody, it's John here again, and I'm pretty excited. I just got home from work and seen that I have the Masters of the Universe Classics Despara sitting outside of my door. And this figure is pretty much the last sub-exclusive that we're going to get from Mattycollector. And is the whole reason that I subscribed this year, is pretty much just for this figure. And if anybody doesn't have any idea who she is, I'll give a quick little rundown here. Despara is, spoilers here if you haven't read any of these comic books, she's a reimagined version of Adora, where He-Man never went to save his sister. In fact, she becomes, we've got some bright light here, hold on. She becomes the leader of Hordak's group at that point, and when they make their attack on Eternia, pretty much slaughters everybody in her path. And there she is. And of course they battle, and eventually they find out that who she really is Adora. And it's a little bit darker and grittier, and the story's really good. And her movement from being a villain to becoming the hero, of course, is really well written. Has a lot to do with her childhood interaction with Tila, which finally breaks her into joining the good guys, and of course finally becoming She-Ra. Not until the Horde pretty much wipes out everybody. But it's a great storyline, and you can pick these up pretty cheap on Amazon. I think like $12 for this paperback version here. Anyway, now that I got that out of the way, let's open this up. I'm pretty excited. I haven't even had a chance to look at this yet. Nice little collector's choice bubble right there. Evil Horde, Despara, powerful force captain of the Evil Horde. And, well, in the package here, she looks fantastic. She comes in your standard Masters of the Universe Classics box, which who knows what's going to be in the future. I see she's got her two blades, her helmeted head. There is her unmasked head, and looks like she's got a staff behind her. Too bad there's no bio at all. They could have had something to tell the story. I guess you really do have to, if you want to know, really pick up the comic book. It's going to be the only way. I think the only character off the back of the box that's missing out of these is a Horde Trooper. But if you bear with me a second here, I'll get her outside of the package and we'll take a closer look at Despara and see how this exclusive looks. Okay, so here we have Despara outside of her package. And right off the bat, there's some weird things about her, which is a little bit disappointing when I'm looking at her here. Her cape is made out of a very soft material, and it just kind of flops back and forth on her neck, which isn't that too big of a deal. It is a little heavy and makes her a little unstable, so she's going to have to lean forward a little bit. For most part, the paint applications on her are really well done. Let's see if I can get a close-up of her face here. And as you can see, the eyes are pretty straight. And her lips and teeth are well done. She does have this weird little blemish above her eyebrow there. Her hair is very shortly cropped. Her ears have some nice detail. The top of the head has some weird brown paint smudges across it that I'm not sure where that came from. And for some reason, this hand is really messed up. Look at how warped it is. It's from holding the sword inside the package. I don't I don't know if I can warm it up and maybe cool it down to close it a little bit more. But it is definitely mushed. I don't know, my hand's messed up pretty crazy. And I noticed that this ankle here seems to be a little gimpy. And there's some plastic hanging off of it. Let's see, other than that, the details on her sleeves of her arm are really nice. I do like the two-tone black and gray. It's a flat black on a gray body with just these little red accents here, which I'm not sure if the cape is supposed to cover that other red triangle so it looks like it's one piece, or if it's supposed to be two. Well, let's see, I got the book right here. On the MOTUC. Oh yeah, okay, so it's supposed to add another layer of red like that. Well, let's take a look at our articulation real quick. She does have very good head articulation, hindered a little bit going back because of the cape, and her head is on that little ball joint. And like I said, the cape's going to flop around a lot. You can take it off if you don't really like it. Her shoulders do hinge and spin all the way around, and she does have upper bicep rotation right there. And she's got her elbows that bend at about a 90-degree angle, and her wrist turn. Yep, wrist turn. There's no hinges on them though. She does not have any diaphragm joints, but she looks like she should rotate at the waist, but man, she's really tight. Let me try one more time. Yep, there it goes. She does rotate at her waist. I keep flopping all around, it's kind of annoying. She does have this little weird, I don't know, maybe it's armor hanging off her rear end here. And this, yep, it's all connected to this one piece. So her legs aren't going to go back a whole lot. They do go forward a little bit, not a whole lot. They're hindered by that piece. They can go out pretty far, so she should be able to ride any of the beasts if you wish her to. And they don't have any rotation at the top of the leg. So then her articulation next point is at the knee. I do like the boots. The knee pads are a nice touch. So, well, they do rotate at the boot cut though. And she has those new style ankles, which have a lot of movement to them. And they do rock back and forth. But that's about as far as she can go because of her armor on her hips. But they do stand up pretty good. But yeah, that one ankle's a little goofy. I'm really bummed out about her hand. It's so weird. But she does come with a second head, which is actually her mast head, and the sculpting detail on this is fantastic. It looks like it just jumped right out of the comic book. And there's a lot of little red details in here, which is a nice touch. The eyes are painted red. The teeth are pretty good. There's one weird little curl. A couple of these curls look a little weird around the edge here. Looks like it should be out more like that. A lot of warping so far from the package with this figure. But let's see, her head, gentle, should just pop off. It is on a very tiny peg. So be careful, you don't want to break that. I'm just going to take her cape off for now and see if this snaps on pretty easy. Nope, it does not want to go on without a whole lot of force. And I really don't want to break that peg. One more time, and if not, I'm not going to worry about it because I probably won't display her with this masthead anyway. Well, it's kind of going on, but I'm not going to force it. But, yeah, it's kind of what she would look like. I don't think it looks as good without the cape, so let's put the cape back on here. She does look kind of monstrous. Would fit right in with Hordak. But I think I'm going to put this head back on. Yep, that fit on really well, which is good. At least I don't have to worry about that. And she does come with 2 blades, or 2 swords. Both of them are exactly the same. A little bit of red paint on the bottom. Kind of mimics the Horde logo a little bit. A little bit of paint. A little bit of silver paint on each one of the blades. And they do have a little bit of detailing on them. And if you don't want her holding them, they do have a spot on her back where they can go, which is great. And they cross in the middle, which is nice. And then she also comes with her staff here, which looks like it could also be used as a weapon. Nice silver paint. Again, kind of a Horde-y, mimicky logo. There's some sculpting in the staff. And it ends at, almost looks like a pencil tip. And maybe her hand's wide so she can hold the staff. Kinda. Nah, it's just warped. She just has a warped hand, which I'll have to experiment with if I can fix. So if I put her staff in her other hand, she has to grab the thick part for it to sit right, which is kind of a bummer. Well, it fits really well. So it fits well in her other hand, and in her gimpy hand, not so much. The blades kind of fit in her gimpy hand. It's not too bad. I might have to rubber band one of them in. I don't know. But it falls out real easy because of how odd it is. I'm so sad that her hand is all messed up. Well, I guess that's what we get for having figures manufactured in an entirely different country, shipped to another entirely different country, then shipped to us. By the time it gets here, who knows what you're going to end up getting. At least the face is good. We have had some problems with some really messed up eyes. And this face is really well done. And I can kind of overlook the hand. I might be able to fix it. And her gimpy ankle won't be too noticeable. Other than that, though, I still really like her. I'm a little disappointed with how she came out of the package, so I'd watch out for that, for whether or not she has some warping if you end up picking her up. Like I said, she is the exclusive figure for Mattycollector's 2016 Collector's Choice line. So if you did not subscribe, the only way to get her is on the second-hand market. And I've already seen her selling for about $130. So she might be going up in price like some of the other rare figures. Anyway, thanks for looking. If you enjoyed this at all, maybe give me a like, and please subscribe for some more videos, and check out my channel. and enjoy your toy hunting. Thanks. Bye.